This delicious blueberry dessert only requires 2 ingredients. You can change from blueberry to apple to strawberry to cherry. Keep watching and I'll show you how to make it. Tonight I'm going to show you a quick, fast, easy recipe. Only takes 2 ingredients. You need some cinnamon rolls, the grands. Now there's only 5 in there that comes with the icing. And whatever kind of pie filling you like. I'm using blueberry. Disclaimer, it's the most expensive, that and strawberry. They're almost $5 a can. You can choose apple, cherry, or whatever flavor you like. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer. Upload 2 videos a week. I always include an inspirational quote and add a controversial joke at the end to try and keep you on your grind. This is the channel for quick, fast, easy meals for people who don't like to cook, don't want to cook, don't know how to cook. You need a 9x13 dish. I sprayed it with some non-cooking spray pan and a sheet of foil. I've got my oven heating to 375 degrees. This comes together in less than 30 to 45 minutes depending on your oven. So like I said, welcome. I'm going to turn the camera around. Let's get cooking. Okay guys, I've spared you. I normally catch hell. I don't know about the rest of you getting this thing open, but I was able to get it open. Here's the icing that comes with it. And what you want to do is, like I said, it only comes with 5. So if you break these, here we go. Okay, so let's see if I can get 5 out of here. You're supposed to get 5. I can break them properly. But I guess it really doesn't matter because you're supposed to get 20 individual pieces and you have to split these. You want to separate them as much as possible. I'm going to try and get the 5 to start so you get an even 20. This isn't coming apart very well. There we go. It's 3, so I should be able to get 2 out of here some kind of way. Yeah, if you guys don't like to cook and you want some quick, fast, and easy, this is a perfect recipe. It's delicious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So you need 20. So you want to cut each one using kitchen scissors into 4s. And this will give you 20 pieces, and this cooks in the oven. I guess you could call it a cobbler. I really don't know what to call it. And like I said, you don't have to be perfect about these. And just make sure you cut these up. And then you also want to separate the layers. So that's why I said don't be too picky about how it comes apart like mine. You want to pull all the layers apart like so. And then you just mix in the whatever fruit you like. And I noticed I didn't have anything. I was going to go with cherry, because I do have a can of cherry pie filling. But I noticed I didn't have anything blueberry. My husband likes blueberry. So I decided to go with the blueberry. And I'm just separating the layers like so. Pulling them all apart. Nothing fancy. And I hate to cut my oven on, believe it or not, here in Michigan today. It was 70-something degrees. And I'm just not ready to cut the air conditioner on, but the oven is really gonna warm my house up. Yeah, see, separating those. See how those separated pretty easy. And then you just toss this in the pie filling. And I did spray my dish, like I said, with some non-cooking spray. If you like, you can butter it. I just make sure I do not have a heavy cleanup. That's something I can easily clean once this is all gone. We're having this for dessert tomorrow. Tomorrow's Easter, so you guys will be seeing this after Easter. And I'm just pulling these all apart. So break a couple of them more in half. So then you take your dish, and what I decided to do to make it a little bit easier is put some of it at the bottom, because what you want is you want all these pieces to be coated with the pie filling. And it's kind of hard if you dump them all in at once. So I say do them in batches, like I'm doing, to make sure they're all coated. But you want to use the entire can, so I'm just adding a little bit at a time. This is a 20-ounce can. And like I said, at first I refused to buy the blueberry because it was like $4.69 for a can, when you can get the cherry for 2 something, the apple for 1 something. But like I said, my husband really likes blueberries, so I decided to go ahead and spend the extra couple dollars. But use whatever your family likes. See, this one didn't pull apart, so you make sure you don't pull it apart. And the cooking time varies because it depends on your oven. These are not supposed to be ooey gooey. You have to check it with a fork. So I'm going to cook them at 375 for about 15 minutes because it's supposed to cook no longer than 30. And then cover it with foil to keep the top from burning. And then you drizzle the icing over the top. So if you need a really quick, fast, easy dessert, your girl has got you. You know that's all I'm about because I killed me to come down here and make this right now. And as you see, this is pretty much it. Just trying to make sure that all of them are coated and separated. That's the trick and the key to making this delicious dessert. It's making sure they're all nicely separated because it's not supposed to be gooey. Just make sure it's mixed in most of your cinnamon rolls. And see, it gives it a nice cinnamon flavor with the blueberries or apple or cherry, whichever one you like. So, got that all mixed. So I take my 9x13, put that in there like that. Spoon that all in there. And yeah, remember the first 15 minutes it goes uncovered. Depending on your oven, like I said, you do not want this to burn. And then spread this out. And you bake it. Got a little mess here, so clean this up. Okay, so it's all set. I'm gonna put this in the oven and let this go for 15 minutes. And then show you guys in the oven how it looks when I cover it. And then I'll let it go another 15 minutes. And like I said, and then you've got a quick, fast, easy dessert. Okay, everyone, my timer just went off at 15 minutes. So I'm gonna open the oven door and show you. As you see, it's cooking, and this is where I add the tin foil on top. Now, I forgot to tell you, I did spray it. Number one, supposedly Reynolds wrap makes one side that sticks and one side that's non-stick. Couldn't remember, so you spray it with some non-stick cooking spray, and you just lay it over the top. That'll keep the top from getting too brown. So see you guys back in another 15, and don't forget to have a wonderful joke. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. You know, I answer every comment that I can, and I try and make sure that you guys know how much I appreciate you. I have another giveaway coming up soon, so please hit the subscribe and notification button. And if you have any questions or concerns or comments or criticisms, please let me know. I welcome everything. I'll see you back in a little bit. Okay, guys, this is what I wanted to show you. This is after 30 minutes. That's why I said everybody's oven is different. So what you want to do is check it. And it's not supposed to be gooey, and it appears to be gooey for me. So I'm going to put it back in for another 5 to 10 and then come back and hopefully tell you guys my joke. Okay, guys, I'm going to get it out of the oven. There's a thin line, they say, between love and hate. And there's a thin line between gooey and too dry. I'm going to take that out and let me turn the camera around so you can see the next step. Okay, guys, yeah, checking it with the fork. See, it's supposed to have some resistance. Not supposed to be gooey at all. It's supposed to be more like a cinnamon roll. And I did go ahead and warm up the icing that comes with it in the microwave. And you just want to, I'm just going to zigzag it this way, back and forth, over the top of this. My house smells fabulous. I'm glad I went with the blueberry. My husband will be happy. The first time I made it, I did make it with apple. So use whatever pie filling you like. Make sure it's pie filling. When I got my hair done today, I had my braids redone. One of the girls in the shop, and I told her the can of blueberry was $5. You know, she said, "Girl, you could have bought you some blueberries and cooked them down." But that's the whole point of my channel: quick, fast, and in a hurry. And as you see, I didn't use but a couple dishes. I'm just spooning this over the top. And this will be our dessert for tomorrow for Easter. You guys will be watching this later. But like I said, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And hope you come back for the next one, because I have a ton of desserts. That's my favorite thing to eat is dessert. I'm a sweet tooth eater. So let me tell you guys my joke. A flight attendant notices a man sitting there biting his nails and sweating profusely. Concerned for him, she stops at his seat and says, "Sir, can I get you something from the bar to calm you down?" The man nervously gives a nod of approval. While shaking terribly, she comes back with the drink and he slams it down quickly. 10 minutes later, the flight attendant sees the same man shaking and biting his nails again. She brings him another drink, which he swallows immediately. Half an hour later, she returns to see that man shaking uncontrollably and crying. "My goodness," the flight attendant says, "I've never seen someone so afraid to fly." He said, "I'm not afraid of flying." The man said sobbingly, loudly, "I'm trying to give up drinking." Oh, wow. So he was in DTs, as we know, say in nursing, delirium tremors. which is life-threatening. If anybody didn't know, a little bit of nursing tip: people that are alcoholics can't just stop drinking; it can be a life-threatening emergency. So, but he was giving it all his best. But anyway, that's my joke. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And this dessert is absolutely fabulous. You can also use it as breakfast with a cup of coffee. Definitely goes well with that. Just warm it up, have it with coffee or hot tea, and you got a perfect little breakfast snack. So anyway, thanks for watching. God bless. Hope to see you on the next one, and have a good evening.